Hey guys, so as usual, I'm getting a late start to the day. It's early, but it's not that early, and I'm kind of at my computer desk working because I've been procrastinating putting this video together, and I figure the only way that it's gonna get done is if I do it while I'm working. So I figured you can come along with me and get some work done, and I can tell you about my goals for this year, which already have been a struggle. So we'll see how it goes. But at the end, I'll show you a little bit about what I'm working on because it kind of ties in. But first, I need some coffee. So I'm gonna go get some coffee and I'll be right back. How cute is this mug, by the way? All right, so 2023 goals. Well, we should probably start with 2022 goals. So it's weird because in 2022, I know I shared goals and I'm not even gonna go back to them because this year I wanna do something completely different. So in 2022, I really just shared goals that had to do with my artwork. So my art practice, gaining skills and things like that. And this year I want to go well beyond that. So I've kind of broken up my goals into 3 categories. My personal goals, so that's just things that I want to make happen in my life. And then there's my art goals, of course, which again are going to continue to be, things I can do to improve my skill sets. And then the last area is going to be business goals, and that's something that I really want to focus on this year because I'm doing a lot more sales and I'm doing a lot more work with charitable organizations, and I really need to figure out what my strategy is going to be there. There are definitely some things that I could be doing better, so that's something that I need to figure out. Let's jump in with the easiest one, which is going to be my personal goals. So let's start there. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be working, so sorry for the clickies. But all right, so my personal goals are really going to be more around just feeling like I have a fuller life and not like all I do is work. And that's really important because I think that really contributes to the burnout that we start to feel, and that contributes to sort of that feeling like we're just not good enough or we're not good at anything that we do. If I want to feel like I have a full life, then I think what I really need to focus on is, one is settling into this space, really getting all of my stuff unpacked. I still have boxes packed, guys. I still have boxes packed. It's been 6 months. I don't know, is that a long time to not have unpacked all your boxes? It feels like a long time. I want that to be done. So definitely I want to do that this year. I also need to figure out how to get back into some of my old hobbies. So some of you, if you have known me for a long time, know that I do a lot of knitting and crocheting, or at least I used to. I used to do a lot of furniture making. I used to go flea marketing all the time, and I love doing those things, gardening even, and I don't really make time for those anymore. So that's something that I really need to make some time for. And the last one is about just having fun. Going out and having fun is something that I think I stopped doing when the pandemic happened. Probably a lot of us did. And I never really went back to it. And so even if it's just something like a few months ago when I went out to the Goodwill, or going to an amusement park, going to a restaurant, I don't know, but just going out and having fun, that would be a great thing to do. I would really like to get back to that. Yeah, so getting things done, getting settled in, getting back to some of my hobbies, making time for things that kind of rest me up and bring me back to my art practice in a refreshed kind of a way. Feeling good about life, feeling good about how things are going. I think that's going to help just everything overall be better. next up, my art goals. So let's talk about my art goals for a little bit. Okay, so my art goal is to really start to hone my style. So I feel like over the past 3 years, I've been kind of dabbling and playing around and doing a lot, going in a lot of different directions. But over the past year, probably for the most part, I've been kind of honing in, and I want to continue to do that even more. But I want to do it in a way that kind of still gives me the freedom to change up, certain elements, like the methods of painting that I'm using, or going from painting to drawing, things like that. That I'm not beholden to any one medium or any one particular color palette or any of that. Like, I know that those things can have a lot to do with somebody's personal style, but I want to be able to hone a style that gives me freedom, because I know for me that that's something that I like to continue to move around and change up. And so that's what I'm hoping to be able to do. And so with that objective, I think there's a couple strategies that I want to try and employ. One is to just experiment even more. So I have definitely been dabbling in some digital artwork, some collage. I've been looking into some abstract influences again, but I really want to see what I can learn from doing things other than portraits. And not that I want to move away from portraits, but I feel like there's probably something that I can learn from landscapes, or from still life, or whatever it is. So how can I do that and then bring back what I've learned to my portrait work? So in order to do that, I think one thing that would be fun, one way that I think I might enjoy, is to keep an art journal. And so this is something that I can keep just for myself. Maybe I'll share it if you guys are interested, but keeping an art journal just allows me to explore things without the without the pressure of it being shared, or it needing to be good, or it needing to be anything other than an experiment. Yeah, and an opportunity to just not feel like I'm wasting time when I'm doing this work. I think that's going to be the toughest, is doing this without feeling like, oh, I should be doing something else. So we'll see. This next one I've given a ton of thought, believe me, because it was not an easy thing to do. Like, emotionally, it was not an easy thing to do. Like, practically, it was a very easy thing to do, and that was my art supply ban. So no buy art supply in 2022 really forced me to experiment and go outside my comfort zone by using supplies that I have just been hoarding over the years and not trying. And I had to do that, especially when I ran out of the supplies that I'm used to using, because I was not allowing myself to even replace things when I was on my no buy. So that was really interesting. And to be fair, guys, now that I've unpacked a lot of this stuff here, I don't think I should have any trouble doing a no buy second year. So with the caveat that if I do use up something that I've been using a lot and I want to continue using, I will allow myself to rebuy it. But that's it. Only restock of things that I've used up, nothing new. Going to be interesting. All right, but hopefully that'll free up some time and resources for area number 3, and those are my business goals. Okay, so now my business goals are the toughest ones to really talk about, because it just feels really strange to kind of open up the books and talk about what I kind of want to achieve as a small business and not just as an independent artist. But it's kind of important, because I'm using this to not only raise money for different rescue organizations, but it's got to sustain me as well. I've got bills to pay too. So I want to be able to do both. I don't want to sacrifice on either side. So I really have to be smart about how I'm using my time and my resources to most efficiently and effectively accomplish these things. So the best thing I can do in 2023 is start to move beyond commissions. Now, that does not mean that I'm not going to do commissions. I will probably always do commissions, at least for the foreseeable future. It's one of the things that I love doing. But to be honest, it's one of the most difficult and time-consuming things as well. Because of that, I think it contributes to that feeling of burnout that you get when you're just like, oh, can I even go on? So moving beyond commissions, what that's going to do is allow me to raise the funds that I need to raise, both for myself and for the charities that I'm supporting, even when I'm not actively working. So it gives me an opportunity to make a passive income. So creating a couple of different passive income sources is going to be a challenge. But after committing to daily painting for over 3 years, I just have a lot of work piled up. And I think what I'd like to try and do is start to think about product design. And I've already started doing some of that with my Society 6 shop and in my Etsy shop. But I think I want to really expand this and see if this is something that can help really boost our ability to support rescue in the future. So one of the things that I need to do is really explore all the different opportunities for product design, which is what I'm actually doing right now. So if you're on Instagram, you probably have seen all of the sticker promos that are going on right now. There's a million companies that make stickers and they're all offering these promos. And so I've been going through and taking some of my artwork and reformatting it and trying it out. And so I'm going to try out a bunch of different stickers this month. I've tried out postcards. If you've been over on Instagram, you know we're doing postcards for our portraits. And I've been doing my bags. You've seen some of my bags, greeting cards, what else? Mugs, and all kinds of merch that you're gonna see in an upcoming video. So I can't wait to share that with you guys, but I'm hoping to try out at least one new form every month and add that to my Etsy shop. So keep an eye on my Etsy shop if you're interested in merch. And if you have been keeping up with me through my website, the good news is my website's gonna get an overhaul. So the other thing that goes along with streamlining my business and thinking about how I can really be more efficient and effective, one of those ways is through better marketing. And right now I just get so many questions about what the Daily Dogs project is and how people can join in and how they can support it and where they can get merch and things like that. So it's obvious that I haven't been doing a very good job so far of really helping people understand or giving people a consistent story about what they can do. And I get it because it's been an experiment. I mean, I have made lots of announcements where it's like, hey, this month we're gonna do this, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. And if you didn't see that post or if you didn't see that story, then you might have missed it. And you know, when we mention it a few weeks down the road, you're like, what are they talking about? So I really want my website to be that kind of one single source. So if I've got a charity event coming up, an in-person event, or if I'm doing a project on Instagram, or if I'm running a special on my Etsy site, or if I have a new product out, a shop update, all that kind of stuff, I want to consolidate all that information on my website. Now, I'll still be making announcements and pushing those out through my Instagram or through my YouTube channel, but I really want my website to be that one place, and I want to make sure that it's maintained. That's the other thing that I'm working on today. So I really just want to make a serious effort to just streamline everything and make it super clear and super easy for anyone who wants to find anything or get anything. There's no questions how to do it. watching. Check out my website, check out my Etsy shop, check out my Society 6 shop, and yeah, we'll see you next time.